Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampinup.net. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day 3 of the North Pole delivery suite of projects. Today's box is a cute little cherry cobbler coloured treat box. Opens up like this, and I've got a couple of little chocolate bars in there, but you can put whatever sweet treat you like inside there. We're going to be stamping with this stamp and this one here today, and a little bit of cutting out and popping together. It's really an easy project to make. So we're going to start with a piece of cherry cobbler, a cardstock, and it measures 6 inches by 5 3/4 inches. Now on that 6-inch side, so the longer side, you just do have to be careful that you score this correctly, because it's easy to see that 5 3/4. So we're calling the 6-inch side the long side, and you're going to score it 2 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 4 3/4 inches, and 5 1/2. And I've put all of these dimensions in the description bar below. Turn it round to that 5 3/4 side and score it at 3/4 inch, 4 1/2, and 5 1/4. So before I do any of the burnishing, I just want to show you the template. So if I pop that over the top there like that, the box actually folds together like that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting away that middle section right there, and this is the bottom of the box. So the narrow bit on that left hand side is where we're going to put the tape, and we're going to be, this is the bottom of the box along here, along that 1/2 inch section, if you like. So let's just burnish all our score lines first. And I have put links to all the products I've used in the description bar below as well. I think I've missed one. Here we go. That's the top. So the top of the box is the one that has 2 score lines going right across it. So let's start flipping it over and bring our template back in. We're going to cut away the small square at the bottom. So cut that one up. Wedge there, do the same up here, cut all of that away, wedge that one in. Oops. Let's tidy that up. Okay. Now we're going to cut away, now next thing we're going to do, it's probably easier if I bring this in, is that we're going to cut all that middle piece there out. Okay, and we're going to leave this little tab here. So cut that one off there. I'll do it in sections, and then cut down. Okay, come across over to this side and do the same here. So cut down here. Cut down there, cut that one off, and then we're going to cut this one completely away. Right, so it looks like that. And now you've got this little piece there, that little flap there. So let's bring that template back in. see what we've done. Okay, and it will fold over like that. So that tab, that skinny tab, is the back of the box. We have to cut up our bottom score lines, so don't cut them off, just cut up. And push that large one out of the way. Just wedge these smaller ones in. Don't have to. I just think it makes the box go together a little bit more easily. Let's get rid of this rubbish. Right, now this is this front tab right here, and I'm going to use my corner rounder to round those edges. You don't have to do this. We don't currently sell a corner rounder for Stampin' Up, but this is the old detail trio punch, so if you still have it, then it's a good one to use. You don't have to do this, but I think it looks nice. And I just tidy that one up. It looks a bit, doesn't look that great. Let's see if I can fix that. I'll just trim it a bit there. Okay, you're going to put some tape down here on that narrow strip. Just your tear and tape will work fine. And then just fold that over. Oops. Line up your edges. There you go. Okay, that's that bit done. Fold in the bottom, and then I always like to make sure that seam is the back of the box. Fold that one in there, that one there, and we'll put a little bit of Tombow on here. One thing I did forget to do before I folded it up is actually make that little tick mark. So I've just got my retired 3/4 of an inch punch. I'm just eyeballing the middle, and I'm just going to do a little tick mark there, just so the person who receives the box can see where the opening is. All right. Let me just fix that bit there. Great. Here we go. Right, now the belly band is a little strip of the designer series paper, and you actually do need to score that one. You can wrap it round if you like. I just think it looks a little bit tidier if you score it. So I'll bring back the scoring tool and we're just going to score that belly band again at 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5 1/2, and it measures 2 inches by 6 inches. This designer series paper is very vanilla and cherry cobbler. Alright, so that will just come around there like that. That's the back, and I'm going to put, what do I put on there? A little bit of tape. And I'll figure out where the tape is. The stamp and seal. Just position it somewhere. The belly band is obviously optional. You don't have to put a belly band on there, but I just think it looks pretty. All right, now we are going to bring in our 6 centimeter or 2 3/8 punch and punch out a piece of cherry cobbler. And I've already gone ahead and die cut a piece of Very Vanilla using the Stylish Shapes dies. Oops. Just going to go on there. And the next thing we have to do is to colour all of our little die images. Now I have gone ahead already and done all of that, but I will show you what I did with one of them. So, so this stamp here, there is a die that will cut all of those out. So you can see I've already gone ahead and cut them all out just here. That's a piece from the Designer Series paper. There are two sheets of paper in this suite, and they all are just die cuts. So we don't want that. And then the little post box, which I've already gone ahead and coloured, but I'll just show you. I stamped it in just on basic white, thick basic white. I stamped it with Memento, and you don't have to sit and watch while I do all the colouring, but I coloured the sides in Cherry Cobbler, this part in Cherry Cobbler. I'm using light Cherry Cobbler, but you put dark in there if you want to, depending on how dark you want to go. And then I coloured the outside in light Flirty Flamingo. So just through here like this. Just like that. I won't do it all. And then I die cut it, and there it is, voila. So let's put it together. Here's my sample here. Pop this one on. Put that on one side. Just going to pop this one in here like that. It's an easy box. It really is an easy box to make. And go straight. I really like this suite of products. And I did die cut the sentiment, and it was here. Here it is. It was here a minute ago. I was going to say. We'll pop it on with some Tombow. So I die cut the sentiment and I stamped it in. Sorry, I didn't die cut it. I stamped it in Cherry Cobbler onto some Pool Party cardstock. And just cut that out. Here, just so it's got something to just underneath. And then all I did was just pop these little die cut images. So as I said, there's one stamp, and when you die cut them, it cuts all of these pieces out individually, which is clever. So if you're doing like a few of these at once, I'm just putting this on with Tombow, just so that I can sort of pop them in wherever I like. I coloured them in not Daffodil Delight, Darling Duckling, a little bit of cloud cover, so you can see I'm just popping popping them in anywhere here. Not Timid Tiger, it's Peekaboo Peach. Go in there. I just want to pop that in underneath there. Maybe not. This little one. So there's another little die and stamp, individual stamp, that cuts out the little gift box as well, which I thought was very cute. Right, a couple of dimensionals onto our die cut, our circle cut piece. Around the right way, pop that on there, and then I'm going to, should I put that on with dimensionals as well? Why not? Put a couple more dimensionals on here. I try never to run out of dimensionals. And then pop that one on there. Position that nicely, and there you have it, a cute little treat box featuring the Jolly Delivery stamp set and die bundle made with little cherry cobbler cardstock. Cute. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, stampingmary@gmail.com. As I said, I've put a link to the dimensions and the products I've used in the description bar below. Thank you so much and have a good day.